Hi Sagittarius, hello, welcome back to the Tarot Closet, welcome, whoa, if you're new to the channel, thank you so very much for joining me today. My name is Christine, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, welcome to another Sagittarius tarot reading, Sagittarius love tarot reading, Sagittarius love reading. And as is very often the case here at the Tarot Closet, Sagittarius love messages reading. Channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. Queen of Swords, Princess Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. There is a princess and a prince in this deck. Look what she is holding. Of course, it looks like a letter scroll. Also holding on to the sword. So much to say to you, Sagittarius. Fast, too. So this is an energy of, I have all this to say and I'm going to find a way to say it and I'm going to be honest as well. The Queen of Swords, Libra ruled by Venus. The Knight of Swords, Libra ruled by Mercury energy. So this is some, this is some honesty coming here, some truth, communication. Could it be in a message? Highly likely. Mercury oftentimes is connected to reading and writing. So it can be SMS, social media, email, probably for some even handwritten, but that handwritten definitely won't be for everyone. It can also just be picking up the phone or maybe seeing each other in person. Whatever the case is, this is the truth. This is an honest message. An honest communication coming in from your person. Venus, of course, here. Libra ruled by Venus. It's the planet of love. And Libra, that's a new cycle. It's the renewal. It's the balance. And of course, it's connecting us directly to justice as well. That's a solution through the truth. So what's coming in with this message here, this communication? Is this solving some of the issues that have been going on? Is it closure? What is it? Sagittarius, I'm channeling for you. That was fast. In November, it's the Prince Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. The Princess. It's the Prince here because there's actually a Princess Cups in this deck as well. Nonetheless, the Knight of Cups energy, Prince, Princess. Charming, I want to say. I know. Kind of eye-rolling, really. Romantic proposals. What are they coming in here to propose? It's a lot of emotional energy around the love. It's Scorpio and Pluto energy, so it's a regenerative energy. Look at the feelings here that are coming along with it, that are in this cup. You can see they're holding the cup. They're bringing it in. There's a lot of waves here, as you can see on each side, 3 on each side. The divine timing, communication, growth. Look at that octopus. They live at the bottom, the very bottom of the sea, the ocean, of the water. Really deep emotions coming up here to take a breath, bringing up with it really deep emotions. We saw that already. The Princess of Swords, the Queen of Swords. So they have a lot to say to you. There's a lot of emotion behind it, feelings, truth. Your first card coming in, your first placement. I just want to show you what's under the deck. Your energy is here, Sag, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The Ace of Wands. So, yeah, it's kind of coming out of nowhere energy. Feeling inspired? Get that message to you. Communicate. Pick up the phone. What is it? You might be expecting it. I kind of think you won't be expecting it. It's a really fast energy. It's the energy of love, and it's, as you can see, it's moving fast. And much like the Knight of Swords, look at the leaves here. This is going to be changing something. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm channeling for you in November 2023, and you could be here in November 2023, but you could also be here many months, even years later. This is a timeless reading. It means you're meant to be here. It's a fated connection. It means there is a message here for you. They're very much coming in here. 4 of Cups, Moon in Cancer energy, and here's the Princess Swords again. As we just talked about this communication, highly likely it's a message. But, you know, it could be a phone call. It could even be in person. But you see here with this Four of Cups, this moon energy. Look, they're peeking in. It's almost Page of Swords energy, watching, kind of waiting for the right time. And with that Ace of Wands energy just popping out of nowhere. Are you about to give up? Look, there's a cup here covering up this rose, the fourth cup. They're getting ready to surprise you. What are they surprising you with? Communication. Is it a knock on the door? Is it a message? Is it a phone call? How are you feeling about it? There's a little apathy coming through. Not being really sure, you know, how you're feeling about it. Kind of in the middle. Maybe there's that giving up energy. You can see the three cups behind it are still up, kind of waiting. And the Three of Cups here within the Four of Cups is Mercury, Cancer energy. That is the energy of communication, waiting. It's on your mind. You have been waiting, I feel, for this communication, but have you given up hope? Because this moon is also illuminating everything for you. You know, and that's the subconscious energy. It's the moon here, small, but bringing in the moon. Pisces, also Gemini and Cancer. And trusting yourself about what you want to do. Illuminating everything, bringing up the feelings for you as well, which is some apathy here. But the moon, of course, is around all the emotions and what has been suppressed, what has been held back, what needs to come out. It's coming out. It's really strong. We've already seen in the first, 5 minutes, the Knight of Swords, the Princess Swords twice. Of course, the Ace of Wands, the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Swords, excuse me, but interesting how the Queen of Cups just made her way in here, just moseying on in. I'm here for some healing. That's also in the cup. This is communication. It's just beyond clear. Eight of Wands energy, Mercury and Sagittarius energy. This is the Knight. This is what the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the Princess Swords, who of course we saw twice, is coming in with. Sagittarius, your energy is here. And that Mercury energy, again, connected to, it could be reading and writing, but it's on their mind and it's clearly happening. It's the planet of communication. And this is fast. And it's going to change everything. This message. What else is in this cup? It's the truth. We know that. And it's coming in really fast. What else is in that cup? And for some of you, is it via a message in person, a phone call, you know? 8 is an action number. It's accomplishing something. That's also karma, working out karma for the balance. And we saw that, of course, in the Knight of Swords a couple of times. Also, the Queen of Swords, Libra ruled by Venus. That Libra is connected. That energy is connected to the infinity here, which is, of course, also the 8, the action. It's also karma, working out those karmic cycles, paying off the karmic debt. And it's balancing divine feminine and divine masculine energy in order to come from a place of clarity and truth, which we see is happening here. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine energies, of course. That's the balance and that's the renewal. Yeah, and this communication, it's really quite goosebumpy already, is going to change everything, Sagittarius. I got to tell you, this has just been happening quite a bit this week. It can be that today's reading or yesterday's, and kind of depending on where you are in the world when this releases, but it's the love message that's titled, the All Signs Tarot reading, which is readings for the collective. It might be yours as well, and I'm going to link it here. I think that's where or does it get linked here? I'm not really sure. Nonetheless, I am linking it for you because I think it might be your reading as well. Okay, so we're going to continue, but look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the Magician. Just super not surprising. Gemini and Virgo energy, Mercury energy, really focused here and turning their visions into reality. Look at that. There is the cycle complete. There is the renewal and taking this inspired action, which we very much can see here in the way of communication. and possibly out of the blue with that Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups. New beginnings, the potential here, the opportunity that we know they're taking. The Magician has access, of course, to all the elements, water, air, earth, and fire, everything. The love, the friendship, the clarity, the transactional energy, the truth, the information, communication, the connection, commitment, relationship. How do you see it, you know? And all the practicalities behind that. And of course, the wand energy, the energy of love, and the speed at which things are happening, which we see is quite fast here in your reading already. So this is just after the Fool has taken off on its journey, the Fool's journey, Aquarius and Uranus energy, kind of here, ghostly in a way, taking a chance. Where have things been left? Because they're taking a chance, all right. It's clear. Down below, you will find all the decks that are coming in. You'll also find all the playlists, all zodiac signs, all zodiac sign love tarot readings. That's another playlist. And that's love tarot, messages from your person. Those are collective readings. And those are, yeah, you'll know you're at the right playlist. The titles are on the thumbnail. If you're on a twin flame journey, there are very long, very in-depth twin flame readings also below, and a lot more. So feel free if you're inspired to. Speaking of, look, here's the Prince Wands. It's the Knight of Wands. Finding a way in here. Look at this. Getting ready to go. Look at the two flames. For some of you, that might indicate twin flame communication, but I want to be real clear. I know that not everybody is on a twin flame journey. And, you know, the zodiac readings, the all signs tarot readings, your energy, twin flame energy comes through, but they're not specific to twin flame readings, just so you know. And if you're resonating and you're here, there's obviously a message for you. But if you want more in-depth readings, of course, they're below. In any case, this is just more of that wand energy of just hopping on here with the Prince of Cups, with the Knight of Cups, with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands. What are we missing? We're missing the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups here, Nine of Cups here. You've been waiting for this, Jupiter and Pisces energy. This is wishes coming true. They're coming in here. It's really clear. Could it be that there's something more than, well, what is the truth anyway? Because they're really wanting to connect with you. It's extremely clear. So what truth are they bringing? Is it how they feel? Because there's a lot of emotions here. Look at these deep emotions that they're bringing. On a horse, by the way, that's full of humility. There is a lot of apologetic energy, humility there. But pushing through the karmic cycles, moving through the obstacles, coming here forward. It's extremely clear with these deep emotions. And that's the Cup. And look at that. Are they bringing this in here and putting us in the Ten of Cups, putting you in the Ten of Cups, the two of you, Mars and Pisces energy? Were you in the Ten of Cups, building a life together? For some, a family, but that's going to mean something different for everybody. Blending families, introducing families. Or was it on the table and then it wasn't? Because it's on the table again here. And it's all getting kind of kicked off. It's all starting via communication. Please remember this is a general tarot reading, so take what resonates and let the rest go. And I would really appreciate it if you took the time to like today's video and gotta fix that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, to the Tarot Closet. It really keeps the channel moving. So thank you for that. Well, that's really bugging me. And it goes without saying, thank you for being here today. I appreciate it so very, very much. So let's move the energy a little more. That feels right. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards, Aho. It's an apology. It's right in the partnership placement. Yeah, it's the humility coming through here. So we know the truth is coming. Why are they apologizing? Is it something you called them out on that they were denying? Did they lie about something? Did they lie about how they felt? Because the truth is coming in a message, in a phone call, whatever it is. Three of Swords. So it's validation, what we already know. So no contact, no communication and or in separation reading. It is around some loss and some heartbreak. For some of you, it can even be a legal connection, but It doesn't mean that it is, of course, for everyone. It's Saturn and Libra energy, and so Saturn did a job here. You know, it can slow things down. It's the planet of structure and rules and tradition, and yeah, some obstacles and karma. So what happened here? Because it's in reverse, this is a healing energy, and it's an apology. It's an apology, and it's right here in the partnership placement. Yeah, look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the Ten of Swords. It's coming out of these now. It's the Sun in Gemini. You can't get in any more swords. And the Sun isn't quite here yet. Look, we're still looking at the Moon, which is interesting. It's really emotional. I mean, how can it not be? This is there was a pretty painful ending here. Did they leave you with these swords in your back? Because they're most definitely coming in here to apologize for it. It's not just on their mind. They're racing in here. Why are they racing in here, Sagittarius? Did they see something or hear something? Did you say something? Are they coming on their own accord? Is it time? Whatever the case is, that they're feeling pretty bad about it. I can hear some of you saying, good. You know, I'm not here to judge anybody, just bringing through what comes through. But left you here with the swords in the back. It's a new cycle. The Sun isn't here yet, you know. Of course, that's bringing in higher power, crown chakra, the source, God, Goddess, the universe, the divine, and the Sun coming up for a new day. A chance to see this and get them out. Get up. And the emotional energy here, it looks still kind of a little bit cloudy. It looks peaceful, but not really, you know. So coming up from those swords and getting up, maybe swimming through that emotional energy. I kind of feel like you're both going to be doing that and getting to the other side, some hangman energy, and getting another perspective about what happened, where you are now, and where it's going, if it's going anywhere. Let's see. And anyway, at the end of the day, you have free will. Your person has free will. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, and they do change. The future is not fixed. It's up to you and your person where this is going, not me, not tarot. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Oh, yeah. So here's the thing about that. Whoa. Wow, yeah. Total, look at this. So before we get into that, this is the card of loss. Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus energy. It's worry too. It's a lot of worry around that. So there is something that's been triggered here. Look what it's coming down with. The Ten of Wands. It's just like time to put these down now. Get the swords out, get the wands down. This Death card, Scorpio energy, of course. Also, of course, it's quite beautiful, but I know. But it's not a bad thing, you know, this major arcana, because this is transformational energy. It's really big changes. It's moving on from that of what happened, the past energy. They're very clearly coming in here to communicate with an apology. And that's the thing I want to tell you. You know, has their ego been holding them back? Because this is also the death of the ego, coming back in a really much higher vibe. Second chance energy. A deeper physical, psychic connection as well. Interesting. Hoping that your heart isn't closed off to them. Is this second chance to come back together, or is this just for forgiveness? Because I do feel kind of a triggering here, but the loss is still very much here. And we saw from the get-go, yeah, okay. The Lovers in reverse and the Five of Swords here with that. So something, it's connecting right here with the Three of Swords in reverse with the apology. And the regret with the Lovers card in reverse, Gemini energy, Venus energy, of course, the planet of love. Decision that they made, decisions also not made, things said, they regret it. This is the regret. So bad choices. It can also be that there was, for some of you, some discord, some arguing, you know. But you can see it. It's just directly connected to what is coming in with this communication. They're putting, have you been waiting for them to come out of ego? Because that's what's happening. It's really transformational energy. And it is things changing now. So whatever, I feel you've been waiting for this. We saw that in the Four of Cups, possibly getting close to giving up hope, putting that fourth cup over the rose, as we saw, as your person was kind of peeking in. Page of Swords energy. Watching. So some triggering going on. Perhaps. Maybe there's somebody new, or somebody old new, or something that you said or even didn't say. You went quiet because they're triggered. There's a lot of regret here around this Three of Swords, and that's the apology coming in. And again, it's connecting to the Five of Swords, Venus and Aquarius energy of some things that were said, not said, hurt. And it's connecting directly here with the Five of Pentacles, with the loss. So wondering if you're even going to hear them out. Do you want to accept this apology? Do you forgive them? Will you forgive them? These are the things I feel that they're asking. Do they want more? It's really not clear, because this Princess Charming, Knight of Cups energy is bringing in some type of proposal, but that can also be to talk and meet, or just to have this conversation or message back and forth, because we know that communication, Eight of Wands, the Princess Swords twice, the Queen of Swords, it's just really clear that that's what's coming in. And this communication is around the truth, an apology, and the loss here, and something they said or didn't say, did or didn't do. It feels a whole lot more like what they did, because the Lovers is in reverse here. And this is, this is regret for some things, some choices that they made. And they're very worried. So maybe they're seeing something or hearing something. There's a transformational energy here, and they just really want to move past it. Is that resolution, or is that reconciliation? It remains to be seen. Whoa. Yeah, so we were talking about justice at the start, of course, when we saw the Princess Swords, the Knight of Swords twice. The princess version here in this deck, because there's a prince and a princess. Also the Queen of Swords. So this is a validation that this communication and what they're bringing here is going to be, there's something, I want to say, solution. Is that a solution, a resolution? Is it closure? Is it reconciliation? What is this solution around? Because you can see it's justice coming in. Libra energy, Venus. Major arcana here. So this is just backing up the Queen of Swords, who I kind of see as like a protege to justice anyway. And this is the truth coming out. This is an 11. It's new beginnings. And of course, that 11, comes together and makes a 2. And that's the balance here. It's a balance of the divine feminine, again, divine masculine energies, in order to come from a place of truth and clarity, which we see they're very, very, very ready for. Coming out of ego here, ready to take responsibility, ready to say what they need to say. Also hurt and triggered, interestingly enough, but knowing how much hurt was caused here. This Ten of Wands, it's like, time to put it down. It's been a burden. I know, it's been a burden, I feel like, for everybody. But your person here today, and this is where their energy is the strongest, by the way, really wants to say this to you. There's just so much to say. I don't know if it's left unsaid or if it's something new, but it's time. The Ten of Wands, Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. And it's just exhausting to keep holding it and to not talk and to not look. They're right here in the middle of this. What is that? Is that a fly, or is that a cockroach? What is it? Might be a fly. There are the wings. There's a person in here coming along, leaving those wands behind. Coming in here into a little village. For some of you, that can quite mean travel. And look what's here. There's a little island here with the lighthouse. What is that energy in this deck? I can't remember, but there's a card in here with the lighthouse. But the thing is that's the hope. That's the light kind of out of the way here. Coming away from all this stress and worry, and just wanting to release this, and not just the burden that I feel, the guilt that they have, and the worry and the sadness too. You can see it here, but what happened here, and having, I feel, put you in the Ten of Swords. Speaking of light, coming out of it, this Ten of Wands energy. Yeah, and Jupiter is the planet of prosperity and expansion. It's your ruling planet, Sagittarius. Of course, it's bringing in Pisces too. And it is heading here over for, is that a moon or is that the sun actually? It's kind of, I think it might be the sun, sort of at sunset. In any case, it's, well, yeah, I mean, it's Jupiter, it's growth, it's wisdom and hope and optimism. So putting these down and bringing this apology that you've really been waiting for, kind of giving up hope on ever hearing it, or maybe hearing from them, or where else is it going? I'll tell you what, this is clear, and that's yours, and this is what's going on here with your reading now. This is where it's wanting to go, okay? So this King of Pentacles has a pentacle in their hand, and here's the Nine of Pentacles, this incoming love. It's attainment and fulfillment. It's things coming to fruition. Look at all the seeds here around it. We're going to look here. There's also the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so were they just having trouble with commitment? It can be. The Seven of Cups, of course, when it's in the upright, it's an it's an energy of just a lot of choices and having trouble making a commitment maybe to one particular thing. I mean, it's obvious, when you're reading here today. It's the starfish behind him, which is interesting because that is infinite possibilities. But it's also kind of like making things work that were not working. So we see where this is going, but they've been taking forever. There's a house in here, jewels. It's kind of hard to see. Try not to laugh, but I have my magnifying glass. I want to see what exactly that is. Jewels, a house. I think it might be more jewels, crystals, like ruby, emerald, and it looks like sapphire. Interesting. And what is here? Oh, there's like a light leading over here to the house and to the sapphire. It's in reverse. This is clarity. This is them coming to their senses, Sagittarius. Coming in here with this Nine of Pentacles, lots of abundance. Look, it's the King of Pentacles bringing it in. Just as we saw with that Nine of Cups and when we began your reading, with the Knight of Cups bringing you into the Ten of Cups. So this might be way more than even just an offer. I mean, an apology, excuse me. It's clear that that's coming through. The Hierophant is here. It's divine masculine energy. It's Taurus energy. And it's an energy of long-term commitment, contracts, slow moving, but long-term partnerships, connections, relationships, commitments. Can we do a lot of things, money, whatever here. But it's connected to the two of you today. So whether you were in this long-term energy, this 9 going here into the 10, it was on the table, you were building it, or it was just a thought, it's back here again. And now it's here, like pun intended, on the table. It's really clear. Virgo ruled by Mercury, this King of Pentacles, knowing exactly where they're putting that pentacle. Here. Is this where it landed? I think that's where it landed. As they put down the Ten of Wands and pick up the pentacle and come back in here with this regret, apology, this is kind of like, gosh, it's like it's really, what was this, begging energy, asking for forgiveness? But I've just heard, it sounds so weird, but I hear kind of tail between their legs energy. So this is definitely, it's making me emotional because they are really not doing this. There's not fight picking going on here. This is just genuine. This is really apologetic energy, and they're bringing in this pentacle. Now look where you are. You have your back here to this energy of saying, but I've changed. I'm coming in differently. Will you have me? Is your heart even still open to me? Can I have a second chance? Look, the Seven of Wands here has the back. Also, to justice, to the truth. Here protecting right in front of the Five of Swords, the Seven of Wands energy. Mars and Leo energy. Mars, the planet of action and passion. Some conflicting energy, the beginning and the end. And of course, this is a Leo card, but Mars is bringing in Aries and Scorpio. But that's an energy of kind of wounded warriors, protection, self-defense, not wanting to be hurt again. And that's connecting really strongly with your energy in the Four of Cups in reverse as well. You know, that is well, yeah, that's them coming in. And really kind of out of nowhere energy, which we saw in, was that the Knight of Wands? Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Again, the Four of Cups. Just not, like, you know, back to it. Not really sure. Because look, here they are. The regret. They're bringing in regret. They're bringing in, well, there's some guilt and remorse, an apology. Right here, leading us up to the Five of Pentacles, where it kind of went down, and also where their energy has been. This feeling of loss and worry. Not doing so great. But also just feeling kind of miserable without you, Sag. It's kind of like you hold, yeah, I'm going to say hold the power, but you know what I mean? Look, there's a fire burning back here. And here's somebody that was in their shadow. Hurting. Hurting, I want to say you, the connection, and ego. And that's the release of both here. It's the transformational energy. It's intense. And they're coming in here. This is a giving energy. It's the moon in Taurus. It's around the communication. It's very emotional. It's reciprocal. It's this conversation or message, however it's going down. It's what's happening here. And they're bringing a pentacle with them. And that's yours. And that's bringing in the Six of Swords in reverse. So it's minor arcana energy nonetheless. It's Mercury in Aquarius energy. It's the Six of Swords energy in reverse. It's a stagnant energy, you know. And we know that it has been super duper stagnant. But you also see that it's not going to stay that way. This truth, this communication is going to change everything in this connection. Look at this. Either putting you back into that long-term energy where you were building, or maybe this is just all around that and you have other ideas. Whatever you decide to do, you have free will. So this is just having trouble moving, but we know that it's not going to stay this way. It wants to go here. It's the Hermit. It's the Hermit, yeah. Virgo and Mercury energy. It's where you go to get clarity. A quest for personal truth. Spiritual illumination. Here, look. Surrounded by the mushrooms. Interesting, because those are regeneration. You know, when there is a fire, when it's done, you know, when it's simmered out and the embers and everything's cleared and the ground is more fertile than it was before, and at some point it starts to regrow. Some of the things maybe you didn't want, some things new that come up, and you say, hey, that's good, that's beneficial. And one of the first things that come up are mushrooms. That's regeneration here. Standing around the mushrooms, holding the staff, the thinking stick, the wand, whatever you want to say here. In the Hermit energy, one step away from the Wheel of Fortune. One step away from the turning point. The Jupiter energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius in that energy. Yeah, of just everything changing. So this is where I want to say everybody is. That Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, you're still here. In the energy, it's going to go here. So we're going to see whatever's going on under here. And your person too, because we see what's about to happen here, and it's feeling major. Here's the Princess Cups now. So we've seen the Princess Swords twice, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Prince Cups, and now here's the Princess Cups. So it's also kind of like you're both here in the Knight of Swords energy, the Knight of Cups energy, but it's also a validation. The Prince, Princess, charming, romantic proposals. What are they bringing in this cup? An apology, the truth, and I think they're bringing a pentacle with it. And a change. Something happened. They're getting some massive clarity here. Something has happened that has, changed their view, changed what they saw in the mirror and that mood energy, because this is coming out of the illusions. What they thought they saw or felt or whatever they were hanging on to. It's coming in changed here in this energy. It's really big changes. Look, here's the Four of Cups again. And what's under here? The High Priestess in reverse. Sagittarius, yeah. So this is part of the delay. It might be a little longer than we thought. How long have you been waiting, and how long longer? Because are you still going to be here? It's back again. Look, it's Page of Swords energy there. Watching here, peeking out. Look, as you cover up that rose. We see here with these 3 cups that you've been waiting for this. So it's just an energy here, but look, this is where it wants to go. The stagnant energy, as you have your back here as well, waiting for them to make this really big move. Some big change in them, in their life, and come here and be honest with themselves, be honest with you about this connection here. And for some of you, could there be something else going on? Of course, it can always be. The Hierophant also, you know, it's an energy of expectations and conformity, things needing to be a certain way. So it can be connecting to some commitment issues here, and they're just afraid of that next step or next level, or they just panicked. Of course, there can always be other things underneath commitment issues. It's not always just someone being afraid of commitment. And again, for some of you, it might connect that there's just other stuff in their life that was taking precedence, or that was in their life that they weren't sharing, or they weren't changing even though it was holding you back. Whatever it is, this is a massive change. It's coming in really fast and via communication. There is some blocked energy of intuition here. It's divine feminine energy. It's in reverse. And didn't we? Of course we did. The Hierophant, where are you? Did it go? It's right here. Duh. So this is figuring it out. And it's so incredibly clear that you're just kind of not really sure. They're not quite balanced yet in their divine feminine and divine masculine energies. And what I mean by that is just what we all possess them, is to get into that place of coming without malice or discord, but coming in a clear way, as clear as an honest way as possible, which we see will be happening. It's just a matter of time. And this is figuring out where things are going. There's some blocked intuition on your part as well. Not really sure. Some clouded insight. It's kind of hard to see when you care about somebody and you've been waiting for something. Not fully trusting it. There's some trust issues here. So I'm just hearing that. You know, as they come in with this cup full of apologies, humility, deep apologies. A pentacle, I understand that. The Strength card here now as well. My gosh. The Hierophant, Justice, the Death card, the Hermit, the High Priestess, here with the Hierophant, and now the Strength card. Leo energy, and again the Source. Look at the mushrooms behind here. This is always an energy of getting the strength to what? To do what you want, what's right for you, yes. Maybe not completely trusting yourself. It is a message from your guides. You know, trust yourself. You know what you need. And if you don't, spend a little more time in the Hermit energy to figure it out. So that's always going to come through here. There is an energy too, and maybe that's why it's a little bit, you know, indecisive, because your chemistry is really high. Sometimes you overwhelm each other, you know, and you might be questioning, what is this? Is it just this, or is it that? We see in the Lovers in reverse, by the way, for some of you, this might be around your twin flame communication. Again, it's not for everybody, but I want to bring the energy through. And of course, it's soulmate energy. You know, Archangel Raphael's the angel for healing what's broken. It's kind of hard here in reverse. But we also see here that there's a determination around your person. And that's also that strength here of getting the strength too. And the 8th star in the Star card, interestingly enough, was gifted to the Strength card. So that's bringing in the hope for this clarity to get this uprighted about what you want, and the clarity that your person needs how to say what they want to say. Whether, again, it's in writing, phone, or in person, whatever. But that's a really strong message for you. And the hope for renewal. Both, of course, within yourself, and if this is what you're wanting. And I feel like that it is, you know. So whether it's reconciliation or closure, the renewal coming out of the cycle, whatever has been going on, is happening. It's the matter of where you want to go from there. And of course, that's the 8. It's the number of action. There's A lot of Gaia and healing energy around that as well. It's considered a lucky number. It's also the karma working it out for the renewal here, big time. Manifesting abundance. It's just incredibly clear. I'm going to put it here. We're going to bring in some oracle. We're going to stop there. We're shuffled and ready to go, but I like looking at the bottom of the deck to see what's there. So let's see what's going on at the bottom of the deck. It's the sacred pool. It's kind of like hermit energy next level. Also, that's an 11. It's the new beginning. Master number. That coming together. Union, those ones making a 2, making it a partnership. The balance coming in, getting out of all the duality. This feels really like a big deal. There's a strong connection here, of course. In the emotional energy, the sacred pool, you know, the divine. Look at all the rainbow energy. Also, a lot of fate, kind of fairy energy coming off. It's like this steam coming up. I want to see what is being held. But you see those rainbows there. This new start, wherever, whether it's going to be together or apart, it just doesn't feel apart to me. But I'm not you or your person, you know, is coming. And it's beginning with the truth in this communication. So I have my magnifying glass. So there's a butterfly, transformational energy, of course. Holding on to a rose. She's holding on to a rose. And there's almost looks like there's another rose there. Of course, there's lots of stars. Leaves change, lily pads. So there's kind of like the energy of the foot moving. And this is almost, it's probably hard for you to see, but it almost looks like an energy, like spirit energy, you know, kind of stretching. I know that sounds really strange, but like a flexible energy coming through. Some compromise, perhaps. 2 butterflies here, the transformational energy. That is yours. Slow and steady. So this is also coming out of this spell of not talking. Look at this. Been manifesting it here in this dry desert. The lack of emotional energy, but you know, it's right here. There's some there in the water and the cactus, and it's healing as well. The message, look, the messenger, the divine, going off here, sort of a crack. I don't know, is that some of the sun, a star energy? A manifesting energy. This is wanting this communication. You've been waiting for it. This is like the Ten of Swords, and I'm going to bring the message through, and then I'm going to turn it around. Rock bottom, this is very much the Ten of Swords that we saw, the Sun and Gemini energy. So we know that it's a new cycle. It's coming out of that now. Walking here, and which way are you going? Look, there's 2 different ways to go, actually. You're both here. Look, it's cracked. It's dry mud. It's, you know, there was no emotional. It's like all cried out. There's nothing, you know, it's dried up here. So are you both going here? Are you both going here? Or are you going this way? It is a new cycle here. It's just really clear. It's a renewal. It's a completion of the no contact, no communication. Where are you going from there? Slow and steady. Now I'm seeing this. It's hard because they're yours, so I can't turn them away. Field of dreams. The divine timing, communication, growth. Look, leading up here to the star and the moon energy here, the emotions. The knowing eggs, the fate, also butterfly wings. Transformational energy, abundance, field of dreams. It's the dreams coming true, and this is very stark contrast to dry desert, rock bottom. You know, this is coming out of that. Okay. This is just how it's going. Look. Field of dreams. Mountain. So it's coming out of that stuck energy, the hermit, you know, just not being in here for too long. Getting this high priestess in the upright. Getting over these obstacles here. This is healing. It's restoring harmony. Look, it's shining right here. There's 2 of you here. You can see in the moonlight. It's pretty intense cards. It's like The mountain, and you know, and what is the mountain to climb? It's the communication. Gosh, daunting, I feel. Something's, yeah, I mean, this is something else. We saw that they've got a lot to say. Lots of humility, lots of apologetic energy coming in here with Pentacle. A little stuck in the mud. Okay, I'm going to bring in another slow and steady. I've been holding it forever in my hand. The divine timing, communication, growth, but slow and steady here. Look, the faded wings, the red thread of fate, and also butterfly wings over the eyes, the transformational energy. Slow and steady, whatever you're doing, slow and steady to get unstuck. Also the connection, look at that. That's more heart healing energy. Restoring harmony energy. The elephant here has an underturned trunk, so that's not new beginnings yet because there's a stuck energy to the connection. It's kind of like slow and steady to get out in this conversation. It's not going to be this magic thing, you know, because it takes work, doesn't it, from both sides. Whatever you're going to do, whether it's closure or reconciliation, it's a message. It's slow and steady with your heart, with the connection, with what you want to do. What just fell? Was this what just fell? No. Okay, there's nothing there. I thought that was... Yeah, so this will go up once they're out. Spirit, look, messages here. And the connection, we know that it's been stuck. It's a mix of emotional energy here. It's the earth energy connected, of course, to the pentacles. The emotions that are coming here to kind of flood, I feel like. Pentacles just don't grow, you know. They need nurturing and truth and honesty and clarity, and everybody showing up. Okay. I think I'm done with Oracle. I want to bring in some channeled love messages, Sagittarius. Messages from your person, messages from their, whoa, excuse me, higher self. My eyes are closed. That's a lot of messages. You inspire a love in me I never knew. I'm trying to send you a message. I mean, yeah. Knight of Swords twice, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands. We know that for sure. It's coming in with this Knight of Cups and this Pentacle. Here again, the Princess Swords twice, which of course is the Knight of Swords. Do you still love me? I have so many regrets. That's the Lovers in reverse, which got covered here, but it's here. So I just put it here for you, okay? It's also here with rock bottom, and we know the Ten of Swords. I think we saw it twice, didn't we? You are my person. That's also the Lover's card buried down there. I'm putting it with the Field of Dreams. I want to be honest. Justice, Queen of Swords, which we know. Yeah, I was stupid. Okay. As they're looking here, look at that. And that Four of Cups, which came back, coming in. I miss you. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. This is real. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the Three of Swords in reverse. It's buried here now. It's also in their cup. There is so much left unsaid. So, as we were beginning your reading, it was, whew. Is it left unsaid, or is it something you haven't heard yet? So there's validation. There is so much left unsaid. It's the Knight of Swords we saw rushing in with the Queen of Swords, with the Eight of Wands, with the Ace of Wands. Just can't get here to talk fast enough, you know? Climbing this mountain. Just getting over it and starting the communication, getting unstuck, and also the connection unstuck. This is going here. So this is the last channeled love message from their higher self. I reread our messages. So that's, strangely, but that's almost like the Page of Swords, kind of just watching, you know, looking at their phone, maybe for some of you social media, just a lot of nostalgic energy. It's bringing in the Six of Cups as well. I reread our messages. And maybe that's the trigger. Maybe it's not something they saw or heard. Maybe that's the trigger. Whatever it is, they're very triggered and they're coming in really quite fast. Okay. As I said that, I was looking, Spirit said, look over at Slow and Steady. And I am, but I need to say, you know, this is just about where things are going to get out of here and moving on. It's not about how fast they're coming in, because I don't think they're coming in slow and steady. Okay, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Had to clear that up. I'm having a little bit of a battle. Okay, beautiful Sagittarius. Your reading was really very beautiful and otherworldly. I thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you liked today's video. Subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you have not. This helps the channel so much more than I can tell you. And it goes without saying, thank you for being here today. I'm very grateful. Happy to be here. I appreciate it. I'm sending you so much love and so much light, hoping for the best outcome for you. And I look forward to seeing you at another love reading. Bye, Sagittarius.